Hello, Light. So it's a wrap of the place of patience in the Silly God series. It's been a fruitful journey. It's been an insightful one. So we're just going to be wrapping up the place of patience. Meanwhile, if you're yet to see the first and the second part, I don't think you should be watching this because it's going to be difficult for you to understand where I'm coming from, one of the things I'm going to be saying if you've not had a full knowledge of what we discussed in the other parts of the place of patience. And it's a sequence thing. I would also encourage you to see other episodes of the Same Make series. That's episode one and two. So today we're going to be discussing on what to do while patiently waiting. The place of patience is not just staying idle and doing nothing. There are things you could be doing while you are waiting. There are times and seasons of life, right? And then there are times to be hustling and bustling and be busy, and then there are times to just sit and reflect. But what you do in your waiting season matters a lot, and it decides if the next phase of your life is going to be beautiful. So while in our waiting season, the place of patience is not just sitting idle and waiting for God, to give direction or to tell you what next to do. Or it's not just you're not just sitting idle. In the place of patience is a place of building. It's a place of edification. It's a place of throwing up more strength. It's just like, let's take for instance people that are on a journey, right? And then you are on this journey for like you've been on the journey for like 7 hours, and you decide to wait. There is a break before. There's a break of about, let's say, 30 minutes to 1 hour before you continue the journey. Now during that break, right? It's a waiting season. But what to do with the break? It's time to free yourself. It's time to get up and stretch your legs. Bend your body, relieve your body of the tension that we built up over time. It's time to go and refresh yourself. You may want to get snacks. You may want to drink water. You may want to just stretch your legs, walk about for a while. You want to free up, ease yourself. That's what the break is for. But let's take for instance, you have that break and you call it is a break. So let's say just take it and you're just there in the car. You're there in the car doing nothing with the break. You're just still on your phone and the journey resumes. And a point comes when you are tired, when you are hungry, when you feel pressed. You think everybody's going to listen to you. Or even if let's say the driver is so God fearing, you're going to receive bouts of shout because I mean there was a break and everybody had the opportunity to go and do these things for themselves. So what were you doing during the break? That is how it is in life seasons. We are giving breaks to sit down, reflect, to have a review of how the journey has been so far. You identify your strengths, identify your weaknesses, identify places where your faults, the mistakes you made, and then after you are done reviewing and identifying, it is now time for you to like drop new patterns, drop new structures, set new standards, set from the mistakes you've realized you made, how how better can you do this? What's the best approach to take? That is what a waiting season should look like. Ideally, that is what it should be. You are strategizing, you're building up strength, you're gaining more energy, you're stretching yourself, you're freeing yourself from the built up tension of working and working and working. That is what a waiting season should be. So a waiting season should not mean, oh, I'm asking God for direction and you're just there. While asking God for direction, you could go and get books that addresses that area of life that you are waiting for direction on. Listen to messages, listen to podcasts, and in doing this, you're building up yourself, you're edifying yourself, you're building up mental strength, you're building up emotional strength, so that when eventually the time comes for you to get going, to get running, you've have enough strength to run with. You've freed yourself, to be able to accumulate more. You've built the energy, the resources, you've gathered the resources required, for you to sustain yourself for that period of time that journey is going to last. I hope and I believe this was helpful. I believe this was useful. So while you're waiting season, I think this is particularly for somebody. While you're waiting season, while in your silent moment, it is time to build up strength. It is time to review. It is time to strategize so that once the time comes, you are up and you are running with enough strength, with enough motivation, and with enough resources to keep it going for the time that the dream is continuous. Okay, so see ya.